Hello, TheLadyKeziah here. I want to talk about a powerful combination that can transform the way we navigate life's challenges, and that is balancing grit with grace. The balance between grit and grace. These two qualities may seem like opposites, but when put together, they create a harmony that empowers us to overcome obstacles while maintaining our humanity. The who we become in our pursuit of our dreams. What is grit? Grit is the relentless determination to achieve our goals. It is the ability to persevere in the face of setbacks, to keep pushing forward even when the road is tough. Grit is resilience, focus, and the willingness to put in the hard work. But grit alone can sometimes leave us feeling burdened, disconnected, or even burnt out. That is where grace should come in. What other grace were you thinking about? What is this grace I'm talking about? Grace is the ability to approach life with kindness, patience, and understanding towards ourselves, number one, and others. Many a time we are good to other people, but I'm talking about the grace that enables you to approach life with kindness to yourself. Be patient with yourself and understanding with yourself. Understand your journey and the path that would lead you. It's about showing compassion in difficult moments and knowing when to let go of things that don't serve you. Grace softens the edge of grit and reminds us to stay grounded in our values. You see, life requires both grit and grace, and that is why balancing both is essential. That is why knowing when to balance the two is very, very essential. Without grit, we lack the drive to pursue our dreams. Without grace, we risk losing sight of what truly matters. We'll just be chasing after the wind at the neglect of our relationships, our well-being, and even our peace of mind. Balancing these qualities ensures that we remain resilient without becoming rigid, strong without losing our softness. How then do you balance grit with grace? I know you might be asking. Number one, stay determined, but stay kind. Pursue your goals with passion and persistence, but don't be so hard on yourself that you forget to celebrate your progress. Some of you are so much focused on the goal, the results, that you don't pay attention to the process. You'll get there and realize you've missed a lot of adventures on the way. So pursue your goals with passion and persistence. We are marching on regardless, but don't be so hard on yourself that you forget to celebrate your progress. Self-compassion is a form of grace that fuels your grit. Number two, set boundaries and priorities. Grit helps you and I stay focused on what is important But grace reminds you and I to rest and recharge. Learn to say no when necessary and prioritize self-care without guilt. We've been socialized as a people to care for one, even when there is nobody there for us. We can pour and pour and pour and pour, not from a half glass, but many a time from an empty cup, empty glasses. Self-care. Prioritize self-care without feeling guilty. When you set clear boundaries, you disrupt the dynamic of allowing people to play games with your life. Yeah. You send a message that says, I know my worth and I'm not afraid to enforce it. Boundaries enable you to clarify behaviors that are acceptable and ones that are unacceptable to you. All you have to do is to state them emotionally and non-confrontationally. That's where the problem comes for many of you. Instead of addressing issues as and when they occur, you pile all them up together and come with pent-up feelings that instead of you assertively address these issues, you get emotional and confrontational and you destroy meaningful and beautiful relationships. Setting boundaries is not about you asking people or anybody to change. You can't change anybody. I hope by now you understand. Yeah. You are just inviting people to meet your standards. What you are saying is, if treating you with love and respect, because you're a human being, the same people will equally require love and respect from you. Why can't they give it back to you? Why should people feel and think that you are to love and respect them when they have no plans to love and respect you back in return? So when you set boundaries, you are not asking people to change because of you. Because if they change, it will just be a camouflage, just to get what they want from you. If people don't come into the awareness that I want to change for myself, you don't change anybody. It can't work. So asking people or setting boundaries is not about you asking anybody to change because of you. You are just inviting people around you to meet your standards. What you are saying is, if treating you with love and respect, as they would also require from you, is too much work, you wouldn't mind walking away from them. As a matter of fact, the more awareness you get about your life, the more your inner circle is closed. What that means, you will not mind walking away from anybody that can love and respect you back in return. Anything that can serve you, you wouldn't mind walking away from it. Boundaries don't scare away the right people. That is another thing you have to note. When you hear people say, I have boundaries, then the thing that comes to your mind is you are scaring people away, you are pushing people away. No. Boundaries in itself don't scare any person away. It doesn't scare the right people away. In fact, it helps you filter and attract people who align with your values. What boundaries does for you is a person worth your time will respect your boundaries because they respect you. The ones who don't respect you and wouldn't are those who are not. The people who can't respect your boundaries are those who are not willing, ready, and able to invest into you. So the question is, what are you doing with them in the first place? Why are you working at such a place that is so much disrespectful when you could have as much work anywhere? Why are you with people who can't appreciate your value in the first place to start with? Anybody worth your time will respect your boundaries because they respect you. And in the same measure, you have to respect people's boundaries. He who comes to the table for equity must come with open hands. I hope you know. So it's people who only benefit when there are no boundaries in your life that will feel you are scaring them away when you begin putting some in place. Boundaries are not about pushing anybody away. They are for creating a space for love and respect to thrive. Boundaries enable you to sift through those who can equally identify with your values and you build meaningful connections with them. Both the good and the bad come into your life. All kinds of people will come to your life. It is up to your discernment to determine who is who. In plain language, both God and the enemy will direct people to you. It is your responsibility, just like it is mine, to discern, to perceive who sent them. As to whether they are to be a blessing or a burden unto us, it is for you to discern. And that can only happen when you have boundaries in place. So people don't just get to you and treat you anyhow. Number 3, embrace failure as growth. A lot of people want to be successful, but they are afraid to fail. So they don't even take steps. And if you can't embrace failure as part of your growth journey, chances are you can't do much with your life. Grit encourages you to keep going after failure, while grace allows you to accept mistakes with humility. Together, they turn setbacks into learning opportunities. Number 4, lead with empathy. When working with others, grit pushes you to achieve goals, but grace ensures you do so with respect and empathy. I don't know why it is so difficult for us to respect one another. Every human being, regardless of how high you are or how low they are, every human being deserves respect, dignity. So lead with empathy. This balance strengthens relationships and creates meaningful connections. Number 5, let's go when necessary. That's another thing that in the world we have to be schooled on. Holding on to things, to people, to relationships that are meaningless, that can serve us at this point in our lives. Grit tells you to hold on and keep fighting. But grace knows when to release what no longer aligns with your purpose. Sometimes letting go is the most courageous act of all. So let me give you a typical example of grit and grace in action. Think about people you admire, those who have achieved greatness, not just through their hard work, but through their kindness and humility. Whether it's a leader who inspires through empathy or a friend who perseveres through adversity with a smile. These are individuals who embody grace and grace, marching on regardless. And yet, we are careful about who we become on the journey of our pursuit. It is about knowing and understanding the difference between being nice and being kind. The difference between being nice and being kind lies in intent, authenticity, and depth of action. While they may seem similar, these two qualities stem from different motivations and have distinct impact. Being nice, number 1, has to do on a surface level behavior, motivated by social approval and generate on short-term focus. Being nice often focuses on politeness, agreeableness, and avoiding conflict. So you see a lot of people are so nice in public, but they are not kind. It is because they want to be polite. They want to agree to everything everybody say. They want to avoid conflict, but there is no growth in just being a surface level behavior. Motivated by social approval, that means people are often nice because they want to be liked. They want to fit in or avoid discomfort. Many other people have moved away from that because there's no growth in our comfort zone. If you have to stand out and you just want to be nice in order to fit in, how can growth take place in your life? Some things will never go away until you confront them, but not in a confrontational manner. So if you're afraid or you want to avoid discomfort, you just want to be liked, you want to fit in, that niceness is motivated by social approval. It wouldn't make you a kind person. You are just pretending to be kind. You are only nice. It is on the surface level. It is just motivated by social approval. Unfortunately, the crowd are following all this, and we end up with people who are on the surface level nice, but mean, unkind. The short-term focus means niceness can sometimes evolve saying or doing what is easy or expected, even if it is not entirely honest or helpful. It is just for a short period. You just want to say things to please people, when you knew deep down they needed your opinion and perspective to grow. Example, smiling and agreeing with someone, even if you disagree with them, just to keep the peace. Many a time, people will see you as nice, but the people around you can never grow because you are not truthful and kind enough to tell them what they need to hear and to know. Being kind, on the other hand, it's about deeper and more authentic connections. It's about motivated by compassion and long-term focus. You get the difference now, right? Deeper and more authentic means kindness involves genuine care and concern for others' well-being. It is not just because you want to be liked, but kindness that is genuine and care and concern about people's well-being. So the people around you are motivated to grow because you are not afraid to have the difficult and yet necessary conversations with them. Motivated by compassion. Acts of kindness come from a place of empathy and a desire to make a positive difference. That's why many a time you can meet people, a particular person, and you have the edge to grow up, to marinate, to change in certain ways. Why? Because the person had been truthful with you. The act of kindness was coming from a place of empathy and a desire to make positive difference in your life. And that itself evolves a different aspect of you that you never even thought was life in you. The long-term focus has to do with being kind, sometimes saying or doing things that are uncomfortable or difficult, but yet necessary for someone's good or benefit. Example, telling a friend the truth about a mistake they made, even if it's hard, even if you know they won't be happy with you, but you find a way of letting them know they didn't do well because you care about their improvement. Not just to say, you are okay, you are doing well, so go ahead. Like a wife, a woman telling her man, everything you are doing is good. that man can't grow and improve just because you want to be in his good books, just because you want to avoid conflict. So you don't find a better way of letting him know his mistakes. No growth will happen in him, and you would also suffer. Because if a person is not growing, what that means is the person is equally stagnated. So these are the key differences I want all of us to pay attention to. When it comes to the key difference, you can categorize them into aspects, intent, authenticity, and impact. Probably you can also add courage. When it comes to being nice, the intent is to avoid conflicts and seek approval, people pleasing. But being kind with a good intent means to genuinely support or help others. Authenticity, when it comes to being nice and being nice often is superficial or automatic. But if you are kind, it is deeply sincere and empathetic, not just to please people, to just say yes to everything and anything, but deeply sincere and empathetic. The impact aspect of being nice and being kind means when you are just nice, you may prioritize short-term harmony. After all, let me get what I can get from him or her and go away. Whatever he does with his or her life, I don't care. No, you are just nice, you are not kind. Your relationship will not be beneficial to the other person. If it has to come from the place of kindness, it means it is deeply sincere and empathetic. If you want to make an impact in people's life and you just want to be nice, you may prioritize short-term harmony. But when it comes to being kind, it focuses on long-term benefit. Courage, you might also need courage. And when you just want to be nice, you want to avoid discomfort or difficult truths. A kind person who wants his or her relationship to profit, benefit other people, embraces hard truths for good outcomes. So you see, being nice is about making others feel good in the moment, often for social harmony. But being kind, on the other hand, is about doing what is genuinely best for others, even if it is not always easy. While both have their place, choosing kindness over niceness leads to more meaningful and lasting relationships. Today is difficult for many people to build meaningful and lasting relationships because everybody is looking at what is in it for me? What do I get from this? Instead of concentrating on what can I give to the other partner? What should me being with this person profit is for a life? Everybody is looking at what do I get from this relationship? And we miss growing up mutually together. In conclusion, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, balancing grit with grace is not about being perfect. It's about striving for resilience while staying true to your humanity. It's about pushing forward while lifting others, working hard while taking care of yourself and staying strong without losing your softness. As you face life's challenges, remember to embody both grace and grace. Together, they create the strength and elegance needed to navigate life's complexities and lead a fulfilling and impactful life. You don't need to be so hard and so harsh and so tough and so rough in order to pursue your dreams. You can still maintain your humanity. You can still add grace to grit. You can still be firm and still be focused. You can still be loving and still a great leader. You can still maintain your femininity as a woman and still be in a healthy and functional relationship. You don't need to put on your masculine coat on in order for you to be seen as a great woman. No. The who you become in the pursuit of your dreams is very important. As a matter of fact, equally important as what you are able to achieve in this life. Till I come your way again in my next video. If my videos make meaning to you, hit the subscribe button and on the notification bell select all. So anytime I upload a video, you'll be notified. Much love and blessings.